Hey, go-getter, you big dreamer, you ambitious being that wants more out of life. I tracked every action for 30 minutes for 7 days straight. And in this video, I'll share with you everything that I found. Stay until the end so that you find the little, minute, micro details that are draining your time and your energy and are moving you further away from your goals and dreams that you have written down. I know. Our days are flying by like a rocket ship, right? There are so many things that we do during the day. Some valuable, of course, others a complete waste. And this has to be addressed before you can move forward like a rocket ship instead of having time fly by like a rocket ship. Here's why. So, and by the way, I did this thing to this sort of a challenge, right? 7-day tracking challenge to pay attention and see and become aware. I know days are flying by like a rocket ship. There are so many things that we do during the day that some are valuable and others are complete waste of time and effort. And this has to be addressed before you can move forward like a rocket ship, before I can move forward like a rocket ship, before we all can move forward like a rocket ship instead of having time fly by like a rocket ship, right? It's like there's this feeling where you're falling behind. And the fact is that you're doing many of the right things. We are doing many of the right things. I want to include myself because I'm on this journey with you, right? We're on this journey together. The only bottleneck is that there's a lot of fat that's distracting you, fat that's distracting me, and many others. And that's why I took time to do the 7-day tracking challenge. Because if I have to just think of where it's going, I won't be able to pick out everything. But if I actually track my normal day, see what is really happening, go back to that data and look at what's going on, I'll be able to make better decisions. Let me explain. Nowadays, there's just way too many distractions. And these distractions come from the outside world and the distractions that we create ourselves. Because you create distractions for yourself, and I also create distractions for myself, right? That's being human, I guess. I don't know. And these distractions, I want you to picture them as fat. Fat with that juicy T-bone steak. On your steak dinner, you might like that fat. It might taste good with your steak, with your T-bone steak, with your bulgogi, with your whatever type of steak you like. Or if you don't like steak, you get the point. However, in our day-to-day business lives, that fat is not good. And this is what I did to trim that fat. Now, I tracked every action and I tried to track as many wasted thoughts as possible for 7 days straight. And I'm going to show it to you. I also tracked as many wasted thoughts as I possibly could. And I realized that, you see, there's my notes. And in each of those documents, if I click on one, there's literally timestamps all the way up until 25 for the day. So I timed 25 30-minute points for that day. And as you can see, phone call with this person. So I had a phone call with my boy for an hour and a phone call with another boy for an hour. And both calls were just talking about life, building each other up, learning from each other, sharing experiences, and just helping each other grow, right? Just sharing wisdom back and forth, me learning from them and them learning from me, so we can sharpen each other's, like iron sharpens iron, right? And just help each other grow. So I track that as well. Now, the truth is that at this point in my life, to have an assistant to handle every admin task is out of my budget right now, and that is the truth, right? Remember, I'm bringing you on this journey with me. We're going on this journey together. So there's levels to this thing. You have to build yourself up, and it takes time, it takes effort to become a better person, to become more valuable. So, like I said, to have an admin assistant to handle not work admin tasks, personal admin tasks, that's out of my budget, which is a butler, right? That's out of my budget right now. The whole beginning of this year has been around cleaning up the mess that I made last year with everything outside my personal career. And this includes the vehicle tasks, financial institution tasks. That includes traveling tasks, catch-up travels, unforeseen events that need my attention, so on, right? Now, a disclaimer, many of the stuff I did this year were good because it's always a good thing to clean up the shop in your personal life regularly, right? See what needs to stay and what needs to go. And everything that needs to go, take action immediately and clean that up, because the business cannot move forward if you have this personal mess, right? I'm almost finished with removing the dead weight from last year, right? Because I came to new realizations of decisions that I made, which were procrastination-based decisions, that I had to pay the price now to fix all of that instead of just taking action immediately back then. Procrastination is not your friend. Man, you learn the lesson every single time. So I had to spend we're in February right now, the last 2 months. I was still able to work on my business-based, business-related tasks, but I haven't been able to go all in yet because I had to clean up the personal mess. I had to clean up all the personal things that I've procrastinated on from last year. Another thing on that, which I'm going to share with you guys, is the half-time or the half-life of a decision, which I started implementing this recently, about last week. And I can still do a lot better at it, but I think it's benefiting me already. I think so. It's still early to make that conclusion. When you make a decision now about something, how soon again do you have to make that same decision? I'll give you an example, right? Because on one of my sheets, I literally tracked when I do the laundry and this and that. Laundry. You walk into your wardrobe, closet, whatever you have where you store your clothes or your laundry is. You see a laundry basket full. Thought, I have to do my laundry. You prepare or you start organizing clothes to the laundry, but then you realize, oh wait, I don't have all the time. Let me do this later. You wasted the thought of thinking about it, first of all. Then you made a decision, but then you made a reverse decision. And even if you didn't make the decision to do it, you still made a decision to not do it. Remember, we're going on this journey together, so I'm sharing with you so you guys can come on this journey with me and we can learn and grow from this together. So, half-life, decision one made. Now think of it this way. Because I said no and I chose, let me do it later, right? Let me do it tomorrow. I made myself move the decision to be, the half-life between the two decisions to be within 1 to 4 hours, maybe 7 hours, right? And during that 7 hours, I still have that in my thought that I still have to do it. That's another wasted mental real estate. Instead, if at the moment when I thought about laundry to say, let me do laundry right now, that's a decision, that's a period. I complete all my laundry and boom, that's out, that's gone. Now I've prolonged that 4 to 7 hours to now the next question. What's the half-life of this decision after I've done the laundry? But before I even get to that, procrastination really hurts us because we keep having to make a decision, but we make a decision that says no, only having to make the decision again in the next hour, in the next 3 hours, 5 hours. So we're wasting this mental real estate, having to make multiple decisions over the same thing that we could have just at the first moment when we thought about it, just made the decision and said, let me finish this right now. Boom, knock that out of your real estate, open mental space. Now we're on a clean slate, we can move forward. That's how procrastination hurts us. So I've really been, sometimes I forget, if I have to be real with myself, I forget in the last couple of days, a few of the days where I forget to ask myself this question. But as I try to remind myself so that it becomes a part of who I am, I want to keep asking myself, what is the half-life of this decision? You only have to make that decision once and it's not even lots of effort because it's just, hey, by the way, pay, here's the bag of laundry, I'm done, right? So think about the half-life of your decisions. Now, do I really want to, I think that I can go deeper, right, of that to say that, okay, once that decision is made, what happens at the next level, the next step of that decision, but I'm going to just keep it at there just to give you an overview, right? You can chew the meat on the bone as far as you want to go. So that's that for today. If you like this type of videos, comment what your takeaway was and then click the like button and turn on the notifications bell now that you get notified when the next one drops because it's coming next week. Subscribe now.